Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your February monthly reading for 2019. I'm Linda, the Lightworker, and I'm really glad you're here with me. Now, this is a general reading for anyone with Scorpio who has that as their sun sign, as their moon sign, or as their rising sign, or anyone else who might have a lot of Scorpion in their chart. This reading is for you. So let's jump right into the cards because you know what? You are so freaking complicated sometimes, Scorpio. I just love you so much. And I have just so many wonderful inspirational Scorpions in my life. I'm so grateful for them. So when I threw your cards, I was like, what? This doesn't make sense to me, but I know it's going to make sense to you. And that's what I love about you so much. So this first card was this Ace of Cups that came up. And this is just simply diving in and really giving yourself a lot of self-love and self-care, self-appreciation, which is really important, especially in the beginning of the month. It's an important time for you to notice all your strengths and what you bring to a situation. So when I asked for a little bit more clarity, I received this card, which is the 10 of Swords. Now, I call this the Thelma and Louise card. This is what the all in. But this is kind of like the card of you're ready to just kind of, I'm really hearing it might be from a relationship too for some of you, or a work situation. You're all in, but do you see the contrast of these two cards where this one is really diving in clearly and this is kind of like a free-for-all, like here we go, I'm just throwing myself in on this situation. So this says that if you have a partner who perhaps might have relapsed, I keep hearing that, relapse in any kind of behavior of what that may be, you know, when you're going all in with this support, you're kind of like, this is it. So it's because you've done this self-love, you're able to really witness what you bring, what you value, and what you're willing to put up with. And sometimes when you got a great hand, you know, and you go all in, it pays off really well. So I said, Spirit, what's going on with that? What does it mean exactly? And it led us right to this Fool card, which means you are starting off on a new journey, new adventure, new relationship. Could be a new location. It's about staying open, staying in that foolhardiness. And I love how this card comes into play because the Fool card, you know, do you see these magic mushrooms down there? And this guy's walking on his hands and there's a kitty and a vulture. It's like cookie time. Like, what are you doing? Where are you receiving your information from? You are ready, this card is saying, to be at the beginning part, this focal point of this new adventure that's coming up. So then I said to Spirit, I was like, well, how are they going to get there? Well, that's a lot of information. So how's it going to unfold? And the first part of this month is going to be with some solitude. Now, you know how well you do when you have some quiet time and you can hear your own thoughts and you can restore and rejuvenate yourself. Now, it looks like she's actually writing. And do you see this little bird next to her ear? It looks like she's listening to a little bird. So remember to create that space for yourself where you're able to go into some solitude so you can hear the messages you need to hear because you're an incredible manifester. And then you have to start noticing all of these rainbow blessings that are everywhere. It says, oh, it says blessings are showering your life. Listen, there are Scorpio, there are so many traits of you that I just wish I had. And you are a magical manifester, the way you're just able to generate these buckets of treasures at the ends of rainbows. So pay attention. You might have a little bit of a windfall coming in, but it's also about noticing these rainbow blessings that are coming about in other ways, in ways that you might not have been counting those blessings before. And then I said, well, what does all that mean? And all of this is leading up for you headed on a great adventure. So you're ready. You're going to be stepping in by the end of the month to this next adventure. At least you're going to have a clear vision. I see by the 19th to the 22nd, you're really going to be able to have a clear idea of where you're headed in March and for the seasons to come. This looks like a major change coming up, a way for you to step into this new being of who you are, of really diving. That includes that self-love, but also like, I'm all in, I'm all committed to my relationship with me. What about that? Dive into that self-love. So then for my divine action deck, I asked for just a little bit more clarification. And it said, remember the divine intervention. Now, you know, Scorpio, I know you, and I know more than once Spirit has just kind of showed up and given you that get out of jail free card, or you know, that just divine intervention has happened and you've been able to get out of some tricky spots. So really just remember that in your core, that you are capable of attracting that divine intervention. And this ties in with this Fool card. Remember to play. Lighten up, Scorpio. Remember to have fun along the way. Go dancing. That's why I see that when I see this Fool card, especially in the last half of the month, the last third of the month, you know, this is really about you playing. Play the Fool. Go ahead. Don't be afraid, because it's going to be well received. The audience is going to be entertained, and it's going to lead you on your new journey. You've got some big new stuff happening coming up ahead. So you've got a big month out there. But remember, it all starts with that self-care and that self-love and taking very good care of yourself. Wow. Well, what an exciting February ahead for you, Scorpio. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but I do a daily video as well as weekly videos. And if you're not a subscriber, I really invite you to take a minute and just go ahead and subscribe to my channel right below. And I'd love to hear any comments from you and hear about how it's going, because I see really awesome things ahead in your future, Scorpio. You might be doubting a little bit, but it's going to be time to let those doubts go. A good month ahead for you. All right, my dear. Well, I love you very much, and I'll see you next time.